Hey y'all, how is everybody? I'm just in my car. I know that's unusual, right? So I decided yesterday that I'm going to go back to Charleston for the weekend. I have just been struggling lately. I think it's because I feel so lonely. I live in a city where my friends are not. I have a great friend and co-teacher that I work with, but we do see each other all the time. I mean, we're together Monday through Friday, and we sometimes occasionally will hang out on the weekend, like for like lunch or something. But she has her own life and stuff like that, obviously, and I get stuff done at my house. I really miss my friends back home. I miss my church. I miss what's familiar. And if you've ever moved away, I'm sure you can like relate to that feeling of just sometimes it's too much change, and change can be a good thing. I know I'm always telling you all that. But it's also been so much change. And meanwhile, in the midst of the struggling, I'm trying to like give my car repairs and not balance my account and figure out what debt to pay off and figure out what groceries to buy and how much to spend. It's so many different decisions that like I feel like lately my mind has just struggled to make any decisions, even easy ones. I feel overwhelmed. I feel tired. And when I sit back and reflect on it, like right now, when I'm still, and I think it's all part of the healing process. It's all part of it. It's all part of having to start over. It's all part of the plan not going as you thought it would go. But that doesn't mean it's easy. And that doesn't mean that you shouldn't give yourself grace and give yourself time to rest your mind. I think so often I sit back and I'm like, I don't have enough money to do that. I don't have enough time to do that. There's just not a way. Like, there's just so many no's. I can't. It's negative. And I made a decision the other day that come hell or high water, whether I have to live off ramen noodles for a week, I want to go back to Charleston one weekend a month. Or if I don't go back, I'm going to still take off one long weekend every month. Every single month. And like, I've heard other people, when they're sick, they don't take time off, including myself. Like, I recently really pushed myself to go when I was sick. I had a sinus thing because they were short-staffed. And I sit here and I'm like, I've served so many days to my business, not even this one, but like all the ones I've worked for, because I was so worried about them and other people. And I don't want to do that to myself anymore if it's not necessary. If I don't financially need it, if it's not going to cost me my job to say, I'm sorry, I cannot. It's just a boundary. And I go out of my way to do other things. I still work overtime. I never gave the overtime up. I was thinking about it, but ultimately, I didn't know if I was going to get it back. I didn't know if that was going to be regrets. I didn't know how my check was going to look. I'm not completely against it, but I'm not sure yet. So if I'm not sure, I've learned to use wisdom. Sit back, think about your life choices before you make a decision that's going to affect like potentially everything. Food and groceries and stuff like that. However, my soul can afford to take one day off of work to make it a long weekend, either Friday or Monday, and use that day to either just like decompress, rest, get things done that I have not gotten to get done. I still haven't gotten to change my address. I still need to change my license. I still need to get the clothes I have at my ex-boyfriend's house that I'm consigning down to the consigner in Charleston. There's just I gotta do taxes. I gotta send in a tax form from last year. There's so much going on that I don't feel like I have time to do it. Time is our greatest commodity, y'all. And so this is just a little update video. I will vlog it going to Charleston. I will. I spent a lot of time yesterday deleting a whole bunch of footage off of my phone and uploading it on the computer. So I have more space and I can just bring my camera with me, my phone, and take my time, be with my friends. I have 2 girlfriends I'm going to go to church with. I have one I'm going to go out to eat with. I have another one I hope I see at the thrift store when I go there. I miss my friends. I miss my friends. And they want me to come back. A lot to figure out. It's a lot to figure out. I'm still talking to that person I met on the dating app. I'm not going to give out his name or any kind of like information yet about him too much until I meet him and we maybe date a little bit if we like each other a lot in person. I want to see where it goes. I want to be careful to introduce somebody to my channel. But I will say this, and I love this. I love this about it. He is okay with social media. He is okay with filming. He likes the idea of vlogging stuff. I could totally see him being up for vlogging, like if we ever did a road trip together. I've never dated anybody that understood or would do it with me. And he's just like so excited about everything, photography and filming. And y'all, that's something I'm looking forward to. I'm like, please let that go well. Please let everything like work out so it could just at least be a healthy dating, healing relationship, and then we'll see. But I don't, I haven't met him, and that's an important factor that I need to do, and he knows that for himself too. So I'll keep y'all updated on that. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else I can update you on that's happened. You might have seen I changed the name of my channel to Versa Vlogs. I had a really good friend mention, she gave me the idea because I have a Nissan Versa. That's what I'm in right now. She's like, why don't you do Versa Versus in the car? And I love that because, I'm a Christian. I need to start talking about my church again and things like that. And we were trying to come up with all kinds of names. And for right now, that just works because I'm in a Versa. But if I get a new car, who knows? That might be another switch up. At this rate, I'm just trying to keep this car going, y'all, because what I'm hearing from people I work with, people around me, car payments be like $500, $600. Car insurance be $200-$300 a car. What? Like, all right, let me just buy a trailer and so I can sleep in it, because that's all the money I make that's going to go into the car. So I'm going to park right outside my work. I'll be here every morning because I'll be sleeping here because I can't afford nowhere to live. That's what would happen. I don't know how people have 2 incomes a lot of times. That's what happens. Or they're in crazy debt right now. Especially if they working where I'm working, because I don't know how you afford that, y'all. Like, living somewhere and paying prices like that. I don't have a car payment. And I'm, like, stressing over gas. I'm just like, please let me put $10 in here so I can coast into the job. It just, I had somebody tell me, what they paid in insurance yesterday. I'm about to start sweating. I couldn't believe it. I was over there having an anxiety attack leaning against the door. So, I need my car to hold on. I am still saving up. I had stopped for a little bit because, I had a savings plan I was doing from Pinterest where I pulled every time I got paid. But then when I moved out, I had to pay my rent first. That was a priority. I have to understand what comes first. Savings, I've read books where, it does say, You pay yourself first, put your money in savings, and then pay for everything else. However, personally, I think it's rent. I think it's food, gas, because you got to get to work so you can pay for your shelter. I do think it's savings. And then I think it's, traveling, having fun, clothing, shampoo. Like, even though certain things do feel like needs, I have to step back and go, I could make them last longer. I could get them from the Dollar Tree. I don't have to go to Walmart and pay all this money for them. So technically, I could make this easier on myself. Because last week, we just sipping and shooting the tea right now, because this is real up in my video, all right? $3 in my account. I think it's actually $2 and some change, if you want to be accurate. I bounced my account twice. Sure did. Once in the Starbucks line, I got a cup of coffee, and they're just like, your card's declining. The coffee was like $5. I was like, what? And I ran it twice, and it kept declining. So I stopped and I looked, and it was like, I was negative $40 because a bill had come through that I didn't realize, because I wasn't paying attention, because I was tired, and I should have been. I take responsibility. I'm not sitting here, y'all, being like, oh, poor me. No, I should have paid attention to that. That was an error on my part. Just assume that money is there. No, we can't assume anything in my account. You cannot assume it. So, I shifted some money over from my savings into my regular account to fix that very quickly, because or else I would have been like, y'all enjoy the coffee. So anyway, I think I told y'all that in another video, but I also bounced it at a thrift store. That's what I knew. Like, I'm feeling tired. I'm feeling, I need to check what time it is. I'm feeling just psychologically very tired. And I need to stop and step back and take a break and go, I've been through a lot. I've pushed through a lot. I'm proud of myself. I'm happy I haven't given up. I'm thankful for this job. I'm thankful I have a car and a shelter. But I also need some fun things in my life. I need to laugh. I need to be with my friends. I need my church. I need to know it's going to be okay. To know there's more things out there for me than just working and trying to figure out life. So I am excited that so many people have watched my channel so far. Makes me feel like these videos are making a difference and are mattering. I'm going to continue to make videos and vlog for you because I love to do it. I enjoy it. I think it's going to be so interesting looking back at my journey and going, you did that. You moved. You stood up in the midst of being very afraid, and you figured it out. You started your channel back up. You started doing photography again. These are the people that came into your life after you walked away from everything that was toxic and hurting you. When you felt like you weren't going to hardly have, any of that, like, intimacy. Not that I was having, listen, y'all, or, like, relationship stuff. It was just gone because I walked away from it. However, it opens the door that I can one day have it again. And I look forward to that, and to that relationship, and to whoever that person is going to be. I look forward to it. I welcome it. I'm going to be praying about it more. I want to get more organized in my life, and I want to watch that through video. And again, just celebrate myself and go, look at you. Look at you. Look at you making yourself a priority in your life. Look at you helping other people in the midst of it. Look at you leaning into that faith and not allowing yourself to fall, because someone has you. And that's not someone. I mean, the Lord has me. The Lord has me, and my angels have me. That literally wrapped around my car to make sure I get home safely at night. I feel presence always with me. I remember my counselor said the other day, she said she just couldn't believe all the stuff I'd been through and that I've survived. And she's like telling somebody about my situation, and she's like, the Lord loves this girl. He watches out for this girl. And I know that's true. And I'm incredibly grateful. So thank you for following me on my journey. I hope you'll enjoy coming with me on my trip that I'm about to take. The video before this one, if I could get it up, is going to be a potato crock pot soup one. What am I just saying? Crock pot, yeah. That sounded wrong. That's how tired I am. I'm like, is it called a crock pot? It's going to be a potato crock pot soup one on a budget. I don't really think I'm going to get it up for the trip though, y'all. I'm just thinking about it. It's Friday. Tomorrow I'm leaving. Unless I'm like crazy wired tonight, I'm probably not going to edit that whole thing, which is why I don't do a lot of recipe videos, because talk about cuts, talk about having to add stuff in and add music in. I have it, but may happen after the trip. I'm going to post this maybe before the trip. Anyway, whenever you see this one, just know that the trip vlog is going to be coming and that I hope you enjoy it.